Welcome back. This is Ash coming to you for another great summary video. This is an interesting book. I love this. It's called The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. And he was back, I believe, in the 40s and 50s. Very popular back then, and he's passed away now. At any rate, he has some great books, and one of them was called The Power of Awareness. So what I'm going to do is break it down chapter by chapter, give you a summary of it, and I'm only going to cover the first 5 chapters. There's actually 20 of them. So let's get right into it. The first thing he talks about is chapter 1, I am. Understanding I am concept. Goddard introduces I am as the fundamental awareness of self, explaining that this is the source of all experiences and creations in life. You notice the word self, I am. So he's putting you in charge. You are in charge of your experiences and creations in life. Let's move on. The power of self-identification. Self-identification. In other words, identity, your identity is the power. He asserts that whatever follows I am shapes our reality. So if you say I am successful or I am a failure, whatever you choose, you're right. As conscious is the root of existence. Recognizing this gives us control over our experiences. So who can control this? It's the word I am. When you say I am, you're saying it's you. And notice this is in the present tense. It's not in the past, I was, or I will be. It's I am. Because our brain thinks in present tense. Awareness is the key to transformation. Goddard encourages the readers to understand that inner awareness shapes our outer world, laying the foundation of purposeful change. So here's the connection, folks. Your inner world, your inner, what's going on inside your head, the subconscious, shapes our outer world. So what's going on, the reel that you're playing in your head is projecting outside in the real world. We're going to get more into it as we go. Chapter 2, consciousness. Consciousness creates reality. Goddard explains that consciousness is the only true reality of our inner beliefs, and assumptions determines what our external experiences are. So here's what he's saying is that the true reality is what you believe. Okay? Our inner beliefs and assumptions determine our external experiences. So even if something that you don't want it to be real right now, you can actually change that by imagining what it would look like if you were to get it like the way you want it. For example, all right, let's say you're about to go to an interview, a job interview, okay? Your internal maybe thoughts are, geez, this is a high-tech company. I don't know if I could do this. Doubts come in because you see so many other people waiting in line. They got their suits on. They look sharp. You say, man, they probably have 10 years more experience than I do. Those are your thoughts running in your mind. But if you change that into thinking about how you are better than anyone else, by imagining you already have the job or the position you're going for, you're changing the outcome to your advantage. Doesn't mean you're going to get the job 100%, but it increases your odds. That's the whole point. Here's an example I'll give you about how you perceive. If you were going to go in the ring to fight against, let's say, Mike Tyson, of course it's going to be tough. You're going to get your head bashed in, right? But if you went in with belief that you have more experience and you're thinking in a positive terms, you still get your head bashed in, but it won't be as bad as if you thought negatively. Think about that. Let's move on. The principles of reflection. He suggests that life reflects our inner state. By altering conscious, we can shape reality to match our desire. So life and altering. You notice these words I'm highlighting. There's a reason for this, because that way you remember more of what I'm saying. Life and altering. So your life could be altered through conscious thinking. The awakening to inner power. Goddard motivates readers to take charge of their lives by consciously shaping their beliefs and thoughts. So the way you shape your thoughts, the way you look at something, you magnify the good in something. That is shaping your thought. When you accentuate the positive in any situation, you build on that positive, you are building power. But if you build and you focus on the negative aspect of anything, you're building that side of the power as well. Let's continue. The power assumption, the power of assumption. Living as though the desired outcome is real. Goddard introduces a concept of living the feeling of the wish fulfilled, or assuming that your desire state as if it already existed. Wow. So something that didn't exist, if you feel like in your mind you can make it exist, what that would feel like, if you can imagine it, picture it, what that would look like to you in your mind and how that would feel, and attach all your 5 senses around it, guess what happens? Your chances of achieving that goal go much, much higher. Assuming that shape outcomes, by assuming that feelings of your goal achieved, you set forces into motion that will manifest your desire in physical reality. I also should have highlighted the word manifest, but let me go over this for a second. Assuming, when you assume something, you are already thinking that that's what's in reality. And feeling that your goal was achieved. You notice the word achieved, it's in past tense, it's already happened. You're past the finish line already. Think about it. You set force in motion. So here's the thing. People think that sometimes just manifestation, you're just going to sit there and it's going to happen in reality. No, it sets in motion. Motion is an action word. So it's going to do, you have to do something about that. You'll see how that will unfold later on. The word manifest, I want to break it down. Did you notice the word manufacture and the word manifest have the same first 3 letters? And the word manufacture means to build, to construct. The word manifest, you're doing the same thing. You're building reality. It's amazing. Into your physical reality. Building a habit of assumption. Goddard emphasizes the consistency in assuming positive outcomes to rewire the mind for success and fulfillment. This reminds me of the movie Matrix. Many years ago it came out. And you'll notice if you ever watch that movie, he actually rewires the person's brain. They put a thing back into his head, and it rewires on how they can even play jiu-jitsu in a matter of minutes. He can actually not play, but fight jiu-jitsu in a matter of minutes, just like that. That's called rewiring your brain to how you want it. So, in other words, it's almost like a computer taking software out and putting the right software in. You're rewiring your brain to fulfillment. Chapter 4, desire. I love this. Desire is the key to creation. Goddard sees desire as a natural expression of possibility, indicating that we are meant to achieve. So if you have a desire for something, right? Let's say you have a desire to drink water. That's because you're thirsty. So how do you get that desire? Well, you get thirsty. That's how you get that desire to drink water. Think about it. If you're already drank a glass of water, you're not going to be having that desire for thirst. So one of the things that, give you an example, how do you build desire in sales and marketing? I'll give you an example. We did a consulting job, and this restaurant, they weren't getting a lot of sales in their drinks. So one of the ways we said, can we build desire in our customers? Well, guess what? They put jars or bowls of peanuts on the table. So when people came in, they start eating peanuts. Guess what happened? Peanuts, you guessed it. It causes thirst. And guess what? They ordered more drinks. We increase their sales. So this is another example of how you can use desire to your advantage. Trusting your desire, he explains that desire are a sign of our potential and should not be suppressed. By embracing them, we allow the flow of creative energy. So your desire creates flow of energy, meaning you start thinking of abundance. You start thinking of things that you could have, you could help others, you could do more things. That's what desire does. It actually eliminates also what I call pessimism. It also puts you in a position, desire that is, it puts you in a position where it eliminates what I call depression. Depression could be overcome by desire. When somebody doesn't have a desire for something, they get depressed. Think about it. Desire and assumption for together. Goddard advises combining desire with assumption, using the feeling of wish fulfilled to align with the desired outcome. Wow, this is loaded. I love this. This right alone is worth this video by saying a like right there. Because think about it. If you have a desire and you're assuming that desire to be fulfilled and you create that feeling, you align all of that together, it has to have the outcome. It's just inevitable. Chapter 5, the truth that sets you free. Awareness of self-freedom. Goddard declares that recognizing the one's is a creator of one's experience is the ultimate truth that brings freedom. Let's look at this. Creative of one's experience. So you are in control of your freedom. That's what he's saying. Breaking free from limiting beliefs by understanding that we have the power of reshaping our reality, we can let go of constraints with purpose and intention. Reshaping. Here's an example. Let's say you're in a situation where somebody's being very mean to you, okay? You walk away from that situation and you reshape that. Imagine if that person was really being nice to you, how that would play in your mind. That's a way to reshape. You can bend reality by doing this. Transformation of power of awareness. He encourages readers to embrace their role as creators, knowing that self-awareness can unlock the life that they desire. These first chapters of Power of Awareness captivates readers by illustrating how conscious, assumption, and desire work together to reshape reality. Goddard's teaching will invite readers to unlock their potential by tapping into their inner power and conscious designing their lives. Great to have you. Make sure you continue on the videos. I'll be covering the next set of 5 chapters in this book. So make sure you give me a thumbs up and a like and share this great information. Until next time, make it a great day.